my name is Jenna Henderson. I am a second-year occupational therapy assistant student here at Mott Community College. Today we're going to be working with Janet, and Janet is a 67-year-old woman who has suffered from a right side cerebrovascular accident, also known as a stroke. Hers happened in the occipital lobe region back here, and it actually had extended down to her thalamus as well. Prior to her accident, she has recently retired with her husband from their family-owned and run towing company. She also has been diagnosed with stage 1 hypertension for the last 4 years. Her goals after retirement were to begin eating breakfast because she never had time before, start cooking healthier meals, and to begin an exercise program. The day of her incident, her husband reports that she had complained of a headache located in the back of her head, so she decided to go and take a nap. Once she awoke, she could not see things located on her left side. She could not see her lamp, the left side of her husband's face. She also reports that her headache was a lot worse, and she had poor balance, which resulted in her falling onto the floor. When taken to the hospital, she was really confused by all the questions. Her speech was really slurred, and her speech was made up of different kinds of words that didn't really make sense to what was going on and what she was being asked. She was evaluated by a physical therapist, occupational therapist, and a speech therapist. The OT evaluation notes that she has a homonymous hemianopsia, left upper extremity weakness, left grasp weakness, and decreased sensation on her left side. It's also noted that Janet is left-hand dominant. She was only oriented to herself during the evaluation. She wasn't sure where she was, what was going on, what time of the day it was. Janet is able to wash her face and brush her teeth independently with her right hand, but only after it is completely set up for her. Her dressing skills were not assessed at this time of the evaluation. She's able to follow one-step commands, and the goals for Janet include helping her to become as independent as possible in her mobility and her daily living skills. Today with Janet, we will be doing a meal prep activity, and what we'll be making will be protein oatmeal balls, just a simple couple of ingredients. And the goal for treatment for Janet is going to be to strengthen her grip strength, re-educate her loss of sensation to the left side by having her make the balls by hand. We'll also be addressing her left side neglect by bringing attention to her left side and incorporating it into the activity using weight bearing and guided techniques. To grade up her activity, I would have her use her hands to completely mix the ingredients, or use both hands to hold the spoon when mixing. Have her measure the ingredients herself. Incorporate more ingredients. We could incorporate chocolate chips, raisins, coconut shavings, or we could start a new recipe if this one is too simple for her. To grade down, we could use an electric mixer, so she just has to hit the button. Could already have the ingredients in the bowl for her, or we could use a small melon scoop or like a smaller ice cream scoop for her to make that a little bit easier. And this is a great activity because she can take it home and she can do it at home with her husband as well if this is something that they do find that they enjoy. So I am Jenna, and I'm going to be the occupational therapy assistant student that's going to work with you today. And how are you feeling?
I'm good today.
Good? Alright. And it is your left side, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I know you mentioned before that now that you're retired, you wanted to get into some healthy cooking habits and start eating breakfast more?
Yes, I never had the time to do it before, so I'd like to do it now.
Okay, so here I have set up, there's some little protein balls that we're going to be making today. Okay. So you can eat them throughout the day as little snacks, or you could eat it as a breakfast. So first we have some rolled oats, some ground flaxseed, honey, and peanut butter.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have you, with your right hand, take the spoon out of the bowl so it's out of the way.
Okay.
And I'm just going to assist you and just kind of guide your left hand into grabbing the different measuring cups and dumping them into the bowl.
Okay.
We'll start here with the honey. Grab it. Just pour it in.
Want me to scrape it out with this one?
Yep, you can use the spoon to scrape it out. Okay, so next we'll grab the one for the flaxseed. We're just going to dump that in. Good job. And we're going to put everything into the bowl first, and then we'll just mix it all together at once.
Okay.
Right, this one should be a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's a little bigger.
Hold on to. Good. Alright, so the last one we're going to do is the peanut butter, because this is going to be the hardest to get out. And I'm actually going to hand you this smaller spoon.
Okay.
Switch spoons. Because that'll be a little bit easier to scrape it out with, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to actually try and grab on the outside of it, just to have a little bit better of a grasp around. And then you can just take the spoon and just kind of scoop it down into the bowl. I'm just going to rest your arm right there.
Okay.
And go ahead and tap the spoon just to get any extra of the peanut butter off.
Okay.
And I'll just go ahead and grab that and move it over to the side. So what we're going to do, with your left hand, you're just going to kind of set it here, hold on to the bowl a little bit. And then here is the spoon. You can take your right hand and just mix it up really well. Good. You know, the peanut butter can kind of make it a little difficult.
Sticking to the spoon.
Good. Yep, and getting on the edges there. And it's okay if it gets on the spoon, because once we're done with this, we're going to take it into little balls and just scoop them out so they're a good little size. You can just grab and go.
Okay.
Good.
Good?
Alright, yep.
Okay.
And you can just go ahead and set the spoon in the bowl. And I'm just going to grab some spray and a plate, because we're going to use our hands to help assist on scooping them out.
Okay.
So here's the plate we're going to put it on. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this spray on your hand. Okay. And we're going to use this spoon with your right hand. And you're just going to scoop out a little bit.
Not much?
Yep.
Okay.
And you'll just put it into the palm of your left hand. And we're just going to kind of put it into just a little bit of a ball shape. Good. So now we'll come over here and we'll just place it down on the plate.
Oops.
And, I mean, you can make them as big or as small as you'd like.
Okay. This one has a lot of peanut butter.
It's going to be a good one then. Okay, and how do you like this activity so far?
I like it.
Like it? Alright, so next session when you come back, I'll just ask you how you liked these, and if you like them, we can make a couple more.
Okay.
And maybe add some more ingredients. We could do some chocolate chips,
Ooh, that would
raisins
be
if you
good.
like raisins, something like that to it.
Okay. Do these just harden?
Yep. So they'll just harden like this, and you can stick them in the fridge as well if you would like.
Okay.
That is just a personal preference. I personally like to put them in the fridge because just nice, cool.
Right, they can harden faster.
Yeah.
This one's stuck a little.
There.
Thank you.
There we go. Good.
Oh.
It's okay. I'll hold the bowl. A few of the psychosocial factors I have for Janet would include frustration and resentment, difficulty accepting her new disability, feelings of loss of control due to her loss of independence. She does, though, have a great support system, and that is going to be really helpful for her as she goes through her journey of recovery.